Children's Pavilion is a beautiful space. It's light and airy, there's lots of windows. It really is inviting for children, and it makes their experience a little bit more fun while they're at the doctor. As part of our desire to incorporate dentistry into the greater healthcare model here at VCU Health System, there were plans to try to incorporate the pediatric dentistry department into the Children's Hospital of Richmond Pavilion outpatient building so that all outpatient pediatric services were within one building. The new clinic has all new modern dental equipment, including our ability to take x-rays within the clinic. We can even do 3D imaging with the equipment that we now have. The donations from the Children's Hospital Foundation and the Junior Board contributed to the construction costs for this clinic. Without those donations, construction would not have been possible. By opening this dental clinic in the pavilion, it really becomes the only space in Central Virginia where children can come and see any medical specialist or dental specialist that they need. It becomes a sort of all-inclusive building for children's care.
The Center for Compounding Practice and Research is a state-of-the-art sterile compounding facility that is one of a few of its kind in the United States. There are approximately 143 pharmacy schools in the U.S. There are very few that have sterile compounding labs, and even fewer that have a USP-compliant sterile compounding facility like ours. Sterile compounding in general has become a specialty. By us being able to provide that, we feel that our pharmacy students are much more competitive in the job market. Donor funds went for the build out of the facility and all of the equipment necessary to have the facility be compliant with USP standards. I would like to thank the donors for their support. It's because of them that we've been able to successfully educate over 450 pharmacy students over the last 3 years, and we've educated over 200 other healthcare providers. And that will translate directly to the quality of care that we're providing for our patients.
There are whole areas of research that really didn't exist at VCU before the Rice River Center was here. In 2000, a very generous woman, Inga Rice, approached VCU and wondered if we had any interest in acquiring a piece of property as a field station. The generosity that she has shown over these past, 20 years just leaves most of us speechless and just very, very grateful. Philanthropy is one of the most important factors in expanding the research profile of VCU. All of these facilities that support research were almost entirely provided by gifts from private individuals, corporations, and foundations.
We wanted to create spaces that reflected the new curriculum that we were developing. We needed to create a space that allowed students to work together in small groups, but also be able to come together relatively easily. The studios that we designed on the 5th through 8th floor of this building were designed specifically for that. We were very fortunate to have an over $25 million gift from Francis and James McLaughlin to help fund this building, in addition to donations from alumni and current faculty members of the School of Medicine. It comprises over 200,000 square feet of educational space. We have 2 floors dedicated to our human simulation center. 2 floors of the building are also dedicated to the Massey Cancer Center Research Enterprise. And probably the highlight of this building are the 4 learning studios, which we're in one of them right now. I do remember walking in that first Monday, the 3rd Monday of March, prior to match day, and it was really just an exciting feeling to be in a new building, knowing that we had dedicated space for the educational mission of our students. It was very, very exciting.
It is vital to have a place specifically geared towards the behavioral health care of children and adolescents. The conditions we treat here are the most disabling ones in this country for youngsters. In fact, the leading causes of disability in young people are psychiatric. These kids really deserve a place where they have the best chance to do better. This is a gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous new building. We have beautiful new inpatient units that are really quite comfortable. We have a brand new outpatient center. The space upstairs for research. You can see lots of light, lots of green space. All meant to not feel institutional, but a place where kids could feel comfortable. Philanthropy has been so important to the construction of this Virginia Treatment Center for Children. But philanthropy does more than just help create a space. It also creates an ethos, a spirit, a commitment. How vitally important it is to do this kind of work.
The support that we get for our program is some of the top in the country. You look around this building, there's very few programs or teams that have a practice facility like this. The first time that I walked into the BDC, I was just blown away. And our players, they joked around about it feeling like it was Christmas morning. When you want to compete at the highest level, you really want to be able to spend time on your game. It really allows so much more flexibility. We have our own court. Our players have 24-hour access. When we bring parents and we bring prospective student athletes in here, they're just amazed. The way that we can do everything is first class, and I know that comes from the resources and the generosity of our donors. And one of the things that I think is really special about the practice facility is that the men's and the women's side are identical. And I think that says a lot about VCU and their commitment to women's sports. Some schools might just say those things, and then there are schools that really put resources into supporting, their women's teams, and I think that's exactly what VCU does.